Associate is stand for Asian Oriental Computing Industry Organization, and the purpose of Associate is actually to promote trade and development in the ICT industry among their members regions. Associate actually organize quite a lot of activities across different countries. Like for instance, annually there's an ICT Summit to be organized in different cities each year. In this year, December, actually the ICT Summit will be organized, held in Hong Kong. This is providing a good platform for all of the members to come in to exchange their idea, to promote trade and idea. Asians have a large population, and that give a very rich resource pool to the party who want to outsource to Asia. And also relatively the human resources cost in Asia is relatively low. That means it can provide a competitive price for outsourcing service. This is one of the major area of advantage. Apart from that, also if you look at the Asian country, each country have different characteristics. Some of them, like Indian and Philippine, they have English training from school. And if you look at China, there have been a lot of manufacturing facility in China, which means China can do a very good job in embedded software, especially for consumer electronic type of device. Apart from competitive price in terms of providing the service, also the people in Asia are more flexible. They are willing to work overtime or work in different shifts. They are also very hardworking as well. Apart from that, they also have a characteristic of good attention to the detail. So in, like for instance, offshore application development, they are willing to sit down to really do the code according to certain practice. Like in India, most of the CMM level 5 companies are actually located in India, which means they are willing to follow certain type of development methodology closely. I think this is always a difficult part for doing marketing overseas. One of the key successful element, I think, is good successful reference. If one can do a good job with one customer, it's word of mouth. That sort of experience and reference could help to generate another customer. Apart from that, I think it's also important that the company can actually set up some local partners. Like for instance, if my company want to do business in US, it would be better if we can find someone who already have business network in US to partner with us. And actually the Associate ICT Summit provide a good platform for different players from different countries to network together, so they can actually form partnership opportunity there as well. There are, depending on what sort of outsourcing service companies providing, there are various areas of improvement. Like for instance, in China, most of the outsourcing are still at relatively low value added pure programming. They need improvement to move it up by providing more like functional design type of thing to move up the value chain. Apart from that, also quality improvement. Now in India, as mentioned, they have already gone through the process. They are very good in quality control. But in China, there is still room for improvement in that area. Apart from that, I think communication skill with clients outside of China, because of the culture difference, because of the domain knowledge difference, those are also areas need to be improved. I think one of the top questions would be successful job reference. Have they done similar job before? Can they provide a good reference on that? Other than job reference will be proof of domain knowledge. Like for instance, if I am a bank and I want to outsource my application out to someone, I want to know if the outsourcing service provider have actually got banking knowledge, or they have someone who actually know the banking operation. apart from domain knowledge would be technical competency. Like if I'm outsourcing something based on Java or .NET or whatever technology, I would like to make sure that the service provider, they actually have that sort of technical competency. Other than that would be, like I say, outsourcing for reason. One of the reason could be price, whether or not the outsourcing party can provide a better price compared to not outsourcing to them. Also, there are many more other reasons, such as stability of the company, whether they have a good track record of maintaining a stable team, whether or not they have a good PM who can manage the project smoothly. Data security is another concern, because when the outsourcing to a service provider, they want to make sure that their data or their IP will not leak out. So data security is also very important concern as well. There's have been a trend in developing a lot of internet application. Like for instance, most of our mobile device now can go on internet. So there are a lot of demand on creating internet related application, and those applications, especially those for consumer electronic like mobile application, typically are relatively small, unlike enterprise application, and also they're fast changing in terms of technology, in terms of customer requirements. They are changing rapidly, so it's very important for the service provider being able to keep up to date on different technologies. On the other hand, large enterprise application, there's still strong demand on that, because most of this legacy system, when you want to do some enhancement on it, you still need to do a lot of coding work. So I would see there are sort of two directions. One is on the rapid change, fast growing but fast changing internet related application. One is on very steady but less slower in terms of growth enterprise application. Now there are two very significant in terms of customer requirement change. One is data security or data privacy issue, because when more and more applications get connected through internet, people are more concerned about the security and data privacy issue. So when they outsource things out, they also put in a lot of requirement related on those areas. So as I said, the process, application development, outsourcing, on outsourcing different type of work, they need to put in a lot of measure on how to control data securities. On the other hand, the application they develop have to be proven to be secure. Those are a trend as well.